Alright, welcome to my Foraged Campfire video. So if you weren't aware, I'm sure most of you are by now, but they added a new item around the map. And it's not one you actually pick up. It's not like the Cozy Campfire, which actually goes into your inventory and you can use it wherever you want. No, this is a permanent on the map feature. And there's literally, I was going to say hundreds, but there's not hundreds. There's several of these all over the map, and I'm going to show you all the locations. But first, let me show you how they work in the first place. Let me make sure nobody's coming. This is a live match. So for some reason, the Viking ship has five campfires around here. And I'll show you the map in just a little bit. But some areas like Fatal and Salty, they have 0. Unbelievable, right? Let me show you how this works. Let me get a few weapons just to make sure I'm in the clear, and then I'll show you how the campfires work. Alright, so it does look like I'm by myself here. So like I said, the Viking ship right here has 5 forageable campfires. And as you can see, there's one right in front of me. So you can see there's little, what are these, stumps nearby? Let's see if you can break those. You can break them, and they give you 5 wood, 4 to 5 wood a piece. But you can't, as far as I know, you can't break this. And as you can see, when you walk up to it, it says light. Now, I don't know if this takes materials. Let's take a peek. 58. So no, everyone said it would cost 10 wood. That cost 0 wood. So not only do you get a free bit of wood around it by breaking those stumps, this acts like the normal Cozy Campfire. And I guess I can show you this exact location right here. So it's in the bottom right of the Viking ship area, and it'll last the same amount of time. It does the same healing as the normal Cozy Campfire, and once it's done, you can't relight it. So it's one time per match. So if someone else comes here now, they can't light this one. They'll see it looks like this, and you can't break it, and you can't use that one again. So since I'm here, I guess I'll show you all 5 locations, and then I'll show you the map that someone made, and I'll give credit when I get to that. And it showcases almost all the locations of these foraged campfires. So the next one is actually really close to the first one. The first one was just right over here, and the second one is in between these 2 little shacks here. And again, you can just walk up to it and light it. And if you do this, it prevents, well, there was the first one, by the way. Here's the second one. It prevents people from utilizing them as well. So that's kind of clever if you want to waste them all, just in case someone else doesn't come and try to gank them. Now the third one is right next to this flag, kind of near the ship as well. Let me show you. It looks like some of them don't have these wooden logs around, but there's the third one. But you can, like I said, 4 to 5 wood a piece if you break these, and it does have those. There's a huge one inside this main building on the north side. This is number 4. Let me show you my exact spot right there on the minimap. I can't go in anymore. So that's the 4th one. Now the 5th one up here is actually on this side, down here near these tents. You can see it right there, and actually there's a balloon here if you haven't done the balloon challenge yet. So this one's kind of a little ways away from the Viking ship, but still in the same area. And here's the exact spot on the minimap right there. So that's all 5 in this area. Pretty crazy. All right, so now that I've showed you what they look like and how to use them, let's take a look at most of the locations on the map. Now this is from Reddit. I did not make this, and credit goes to user Drewby, DREWBY_. That's his username, and I think he got this from somebody else, but he's the one that actually made this one. So as you can see, they're pretty much scattered all over the map. Now this isn't 100% of them. I'd say it's like 98%. I did find a few more, like there's one on the frozen lake near Greasy that he didn't mark, and I think there's one by Loot Lake he missed as well. And there's definitely one right above Tilted Towers. Those 2 RVs, there's a little campfire there. But some of you may have remembered some of these locations. Like some of these campfires have been on the map for a long time, like seasons upon seasons. But in the last update, they just added several more, and I'm talking like 20 to 30 more locations. So while this isn't 100% accurate, it's pretty close. Now, as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, there's some places that have almost 0 forageable campfires, like Fatal Fields, Salty Springs, and that boggles my mind. At minimum, each area should have at least 1 of these, I think. And the whole Pleasant Park, like north of Pleasant Park, south of Pleasant Park, there's nothing there. Unless you guys find one, and even east of Pleasant Park. So some areas get the shaft to the extreme, and I don't know why that is. And then if you look, like I said, the Viking ship, the 5 that I showed you there, that's a lot. And Wailing Woods has 5, and just south of Wailing Woods near Lonely Lodge has 4. I mean, I see what they were doing. Some of these lesser drop locations have more fire pits, so that's good. But it's always nice to plot these in your head. So if you say you're at 75 health or 80 and you can't find a campfire, you can't find a med kit, you can come up to these and heal up in full. And there's so many. It's kind of a bad thing if you think about it, because everyone's pretty much going to be at 100 health at all times if they know where these are. And likewise, you're going to have tons more storm campers. I mean, just look at Wailing Woods. Imagine if the circle was nearby there and you have 5 forageable campfires. You can camp in the storm and utilize all 5 of those if you know where they are. And by the time you use that last one, you can then push out of the storm. And by that point, no one outside of the circle is going to anticipate you being in there, and you can blindside everyone. So again, it's also nice to realize where these are as you traverse out of the storm. So say you landed in Paradise Palms down there and the circle is near Pleasant Park. You can take routes that hit some of these on your way out and utilize these forageable campfires. And that'll just increase your survivability in the storm. Other than that, they're pretty well spaced out. I mean, the top right of the map has a lot, the bottom left has a lot, and then right in the middle, there's not so many. If you do find more than this, let me know in the comments just to help everyone out, just in case there's more that were missed. But speaking of comments, let me know, what do you guys think of this? Are you a fan of all these forageable campfires? Do you think everyone will now be at 100 health pretty much at all times? I mean, I can't tell you how many times I was stuck at 75 health because I didn't find a med kit or a campfire. And pretty much till the end of the game. It's very rare towards the end that you find a med kit or a campfire. But now, it should be pretty easy, depending on where the circle goes, to find one of these forageable campfires. And like I said, they only work once per match, but there's so many out there that you should be able to find at least a few every single game. So again, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this change? Are you for this or against it? I mean, it's always nice to be at full health, so I guess it's a plus. But at the same time, I did like running into people that have almost no health. But of course, you first have to master where all these locations are before you can utilize them tactically like that. So I don't know, I'm kind of a mixed bag of feelings on this so far. I gotta play a few games and see if everyone's truly at 100 health at all times to see if this will be a negative change to the game or not. So far, I like it though.